Flies are actually some pretty heavy lifters in genetics.
Oh my gosh, this is actually really hard. I truly don't understand how you do this, Hannah.
If you think science jobs are all lab coats and PhDs, think again. My name's Zoe, and I'm here to prove that anyone can work in science. I'm diving into the hidden side of research, meeting the people behind jobs that change the world.
What an incredible place to work.
I know, it's really cool, isn't it? Do you want me to show you my job?
Yes, please.
For the past 3 years, Hannah has worked here at the Crick Institute in London, Europe's largest biomedical lab. It's home to more than 1,500 scientists carrying out groundbreaking research into health, disease, and what makes us tick.
This building is so incredible. What's it like to work here?
Yeah, it's really inspiring. When I walk past and I'll see people's computer screens and I'll sneak a little look, the breadth of stuff that's going on here is absolutely crazy.
Hannah's job is far from your typical academic science role. She's a Drosophila technician. That's fruit flies to you and me. She looks after over 8,000 of them, and I'm about to learn how this job changes the world.
Let's go and see what all the buzz is about. So what actually is the job? Are you just looking after flies?
No, so it's a bit more involved than that. We also do micro-injections to put new genes into the flies. But the biggest and most time-consuming part of the job is flipping the flies onto new food, making sure they're nice and healthy. So I can show you how to do that now.
Yes, I want to flip some flies. Let's go.
So it's super easy. We just take a new vial of food and you just open it up, tap it down, and tap it in.
Wow. Were you interested in insects when you were younger at all?
Yeah, so I grew up in the countryside and yeah, there's not that much to do. So yeah, when we were little, me and my friend Eve, and she'll hate me for saying this, but she used to love bug hunting. It's a bit strange, but no, I think I always wanted to be involved in some kind of science.
Right, time for me to have a go.
I'm a bit shaky. I hope I do it good.
It's okay.
Which one
So this
do I
is the one
pick?
that you're going to want to flip. This is the oldest one.
Oh, and you can actually see, like, I feel like this one looks older than the other one. That's interesting. How quick do I need to do this, Hannah?
Fast enough so they don't escape.
So I give it a little tap like that, right?
Yep, to make sure that they're at the bottom.
I'm not sure I have the nails for this.
Oh, they don't fly out or anything?
No. Give it a firm tap down.
It's quite scary when they start coming out. Like, I really don't want them to escape. And then here are my new flies.
Yep, and then you put the label on to make sure that everybody knows what it is.
Yeah. Don't forget the label.
And they're all happy on their fresh food and ready to go for another 6 weeks.
Wow, that's so cool.
Fruit flies aren't just annoying pests. They're actually important to scientific discoveries that have a positive impact on human survival.
75% of the genes that cause disease in humans are present in Drosophila.
No way.
So we can look at those genes and that opens up such a massive world, from circadian rhythm, jet lag, sleep, cancer, Alzheimer's.
Wow.
These can all be studied in flies. Their life cycle is only about 6 weeks, so we can see everything that goes on in the whole life in just a couple of weeks in the lab. So you should appreciate them a little bit more next time you see them in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Hannah's job is so interesting, but there's a wider team here too. This is Lucia, a media preparation technician, or a fly food chef. Their diet is carefully controlled so they can be studied properly. Turns out, fly food is quite sciencey.
Looks like a witch's cauldron.
Yeah, it does.
I'm not too sure I like that insinuation.
So do they not all eat the same food, the flies?
Depending on what sort of flies, depends on what sort of food they've got.
Yeah.
So the exotic flies get the Kyorin food, don't they? So the standard food is just not good enough for them. They are incredibly fussy. And we like to treat them
Exactly.
very well here.
Were you a chef before this?
No, what's really funny is my brother's a chef. And like I always joke with him, like, you're not the only one in the family, you know.
Technicians like Lucia and Hannah are vital to important research. Hannah absolutely lights up talking about her work, and it's obvious she loves how practical the job is.
I went to uni for biology, where I kind of became interested in genetics. So I ended up doing my master's in tropical disease and spent a lot of time in the insectary, where I kind of realised that this was a job. Somebody has to look after them. They don't just magically appear. And through doing that, I kind of got super interested in the idea of like the technician role. I think like the passion of your lecturers, like they want you to pursue research, but it isn't the only pathway because I'm more of a lab person anyway. It lets me apply my knowledge of science and the things that I like to do in my own individual way.
It's time to see if I can wing it with Hannah's favourite part of the job. Microinjections are precision injections under a microscope, adding DNA to tiny fly embryos that are only around 0.5 millimetre in length.
Usually we'll inject about 200 every 40 minutes-ish.
You're joking. That's just not possible. I can't even do 2 in like 10 minutes.
Is this a bad time to say that it's a time-sensitive process?
Oh, it is a bad time to say that. They're really small, which I know is obvious, but they're really small.
What was told to me was that if you can play video games, you can inject a fly because of the controls.
Wow.
Okay, let me explain what's going on here. Hannah isn't changing fly DNA to make them less annoying. The purpose of this task is to add unique genetic markers to groups of flies according to what research scientists want to study. That means creating a new strain of fly by altering something specific in their genes linked to the research.
When you're doing stuff like this, do you think about how it's changing the world?
I mean, I'm quite early in my career, so my time is yet to come. But you're always seeing these studies that come from research that started in flies.
Yeah.
So every single time we make something new, it opens a whole world for more research and hopefully bring rise to cures.
Wow.
I'm very grateful to be a small part of that.
Wow, today has flown by. Yes, that pun is intended.
Hannah, this was really amazing. Thank you so much.
So lucky to have you.
I really want to be a fly tech now.
Well, there's always space and you're already trained, so.
Wow, I will reluctantly give you this back.
Thank you.
See you later.
See you later.
Before today, I didn't even know this job existed, but being a Drosophila technician is so cool. I love that you don't need to follow a super academic path to make a real difference in the world. Right, now I'm ready to try another job that changes the world.